On March 24th, the former U.S. President Donald Trump took to his Truth social media site to warn of potential death and destruction if he faces criminal charges, shortly after New York prosecutors investigating his hush money payment to porn actress Stormy Daniels said they would not be intimidated. This post is the latest in a series of verbal attacks on Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg since last Saturday when Trump wrongly predicted that he would be arrested in 3 days. Trump continues to falsely claim that his defeat in the 2020 elections was the result of fraud, which inspired his followers to launch a deadly assault on the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, to stop Congress from certifying the election of President Joe Biden, who beat Trump by more than 7 million votes. Trump's arrest fired up many clashes between the protesters and the local police had been witnessed, resulting in fatalities on both sides. Though Trump continued his presidential campaign for 2024, witnessing him accusing the opposition parties of the false charges he's been put on. Posts that people were seen with banners and hoarding demanding his arrest and fair trials against him. New York grand jury may indict former U.S. President Donald Trump for allegedly concealing payments made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels as hush money during his 2016 presidential campaign. Key witness Michael Cohen, who supposedly made the payments to Daniels, has provided testimony to the grand jury, which has been gathering evidence for several weeks. Despite denying all allegations and claiming to be a victim of extortion, Trump has called upon his supporters to protest, predicting his arrest on Tuesday. Trump accused the Manhattan District Attorney's Office of corruption and politicization, alleging illegal leaks of information. However, no charges have been filed yet, and the authorities have not arrested him. In 2016, Stormy Daniels, an adult film star, approached several media outlets to sell her story of an alleged affair with Donald Trump in 2006. Trump's team found out about this, and his lawyer, Michael Cohen, paid $130,000 to Daniels to keep her quiet. While this payment was not illegal, when Trump reimbursed Cohen, the record claimed that it was for legal fees. Prosecutors claim that this amounts to falsifying business records, which is a criminal offense in New York. Additionally, prosecutors could potentially argue that this breaks election law, as Trump's motive for hiding the payments was to prevent voters from knowing about the affair. If Trump did falsify records to cover up a crime, it'd be a more serious charge known as a felony. However, this is not a clear-cut case, and previous attempts to charge politicians with misusing campaign finance for personal spending have not been successful. Catherine Christian, a former financial prosecutor for the New York City District Attorney, believes that it'll be challenging to prosecute Trump in this case. To summarize, Trump's payment to Stormy Daniels to keep quiet about their alleged affair was not illegal. However, prosecutors claim that Trump's reimbursement to Cohen, which was falsely recorded as legal fees, was a wrongdoing offense in New York. Furthermore, prosecutors could argue that it was an attempt to break election law by hiding payments to Daniels. Although this is not a straightforward case, it's possible that Trump could face a felony charge if he was found to have falsified records to cover up a crime. However, past attempts to prosecute politicians for similar offenses have not been successful. In 2018, Trump's former lawyer Michael Cohen pleaded guilty to 8 charges, including criminal tax evasion and campaign finance violations. The charges relate to hush payments made to Stormy Daniels, which Trump falsely claimed were for a legal retainer that did not exist. In the present case, Trump could be charged with falsifying business records, which carries a sentence of up to 4 years. To prove this charge, prosecutors must show that Trump caused his subordinates to make false entries in the company record with the intent to defraud. Additionally, the district attorney's office is considering invoking campaign funding violations as the intended second crime. The DA's office is also investigating Trump's retention of several hundred documents marked as classified. Trump could face charges of unauthorized retention of national security documents with a punishment of up to 10 years per document. The prosecution must prove that Trump possessed the documents after leaving the White House and failed to comply when asked to return them. Furthermore, a committee constituted following the storming of the Capitol on January 6, 2021, has accused Trump of attempted obstruction of an official proceeding under Section 1512C of Title 18, punishable with up to 20 years imprisonment, which criminalizes incitement, assistance, or aiding an insurrection against the authority and laws of the federal government. Lastly, the district attorney for Fulton County, Georgia, is investigating events related to the 2020 Georgia state elections where Trump attempted to flip President Joe Biden's victory. The charges that can be leveled against Trump include conspiring with another person to violate the provisions of the election code and making another person commit election fraud. In conclusion, these are the possible charges that Trump could face in the future, and it remains to be seen what the outcome of these investigations will be. Is this a thing, or is it just a gimmick? In the recent NFT token, images of Trump seem to be a way to get more publicity for himself. However, there's no order for his arrest as the Manhattan grand jury has not yet delivered a verdict. Elon Musk tweeted that if Trump is arrested, it'd help Trump win in 2024 by a landslide. And many people on Twitter came out in support of Trump. However, none of this is based on solid facts. Trump's everything is a court case approach is not a good idea as it brings attention to the many accusations against him, including allegedly unpaid bills estimated at $1.3 billion and various legal actions and lawsuits against him. This is not a political issue, but a matter of getting money, and Trump seems to be a big target for legal action. Even if settled, a lot of money is involved, which means that even Trump's trust money could be obligated under certain circumstances. Therefore, the question arises as to why he's running for president again when the legal situation is so dangerous. And why not at least reduce the damage and get out of Dodge? Republicans know what'll happen if he returns, and they may not be jumping for joy. This is not a publicity stunt, but rather an advertisement of his weaknesses, and it'll take more than this to keep the wolves away. On Tuesday, a Manhattan jury ruled that former U.S. Magazine writer E. Jean Carroll's claim of sexual assault in the 1990s by former President Donald Trump was deemed credible, and he was held accountable for defaming her by calling her a liar. While the jury rejected Carroll's claim of rape, they awarded her $5 million in damages for the lesser degree of sexual assault. The verdict is a victory for Carroll, who had previously been mocked and dismissed by Trump, and adds to his legal woes. Trump called the decision a disgrace and plans to appeal. The civil trial, which began on April 25th, had no participation from Trump, and the jury deliberated for just under 3 hours before reaching their decision. The verdict comes after Trump's March indictment on criminal charges related to falsifying business records, ongoing criminal probes in Georgia, and a federal special counsel examination. The arrest of a high-profile figure like Donald Trump would undoubtedly generate significant attention and debate. If such an event were to occur, it would likely have far-reaching political and social implications. However, any such arrest would need to follow legal procedures and due process, and the ultimate decision would be up to the courts. It's essential to allow the justice system to operate independently and impartially without undue influence or interference from outside parties. So that was it from our side. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.